some buddies. So this is not the fishing trip, this is the night before the fishing trip. And what I'm doing right now is, I went out and gassed up the boat, went out and got some frozen shrimp and some frozen sardines. But now I'm trying to up the game a little bit by trying to get some live bait. I'm gonna go to the first grass flats I see and see if I can get myself 8 to 10 pinfish. The weather looks great. The waves, at least the forecast for them, look great, but who knows, the weathermen are wrong probably 50% of the time. So I'm gonna try to get bait tonight, and then we'll see you in the morning. It always seems to look nice and calm out here. So hopefully it stays this way when I get out in the Gulf. So first fish of the day, what do we got? A lot of times when you're fishing in 110 feet of water, anything you catch really feels kind of good. And it's a beeliner, or a vermilion snapper. These need to be 10 inches here in the Gulf. Again, I don't keep them unless they're at least 12, preferably closer to 15. They are pretty fish though. Don't really want to catch those today. I had dreams about catching grouper, and that's what I'm here for today. Feels good to catch a decent sized fish pretty much the first 5 minutes of the day. Oh, it's a grouper. When I said he was a good sized fish, I guess I was kind of wrong, because would have been big for a snapper, but for a grouper he's undersized. Still happy to know there's grouper here, because that's what I am here for. I mean, they're closing red grouper season August 30th, and that's why I kind of made this trip over here today. It's in the hopes of getting some before they close the season. Let's see, and he's only 16 inches, so he's got to go home. Got another good one here. Oh, it broke me off. Gonna go with some heavier gear this time. Prevent that from happening again. Lane snapper. I really don't feel like keeping any lane snapper or vermilion snapper today. I mean, they'd really have to be monsters for me to keep them. I'm really here for groupers today. Okay, it's a grouper. Not sure if it's a keeper. It's close. So the last grouper was only 19 inches, so hated doing it, but had to throw it back. Hopefully the fishing gods will bless me by giving me something I can keep. Got another big boy here. Just letting the reel do the work for the most part. It's on a pinfish. Oh, he's a good one. He's a keeper. We've got a keeper. He is a beauty. Oh, no doubt about this one. Oh yeah, that is beautiful. Solid 23. He is dinner. He's going on the cooler. Feels good. I tell you, these things. If I didn't have a big rod, there's no way I would have got these things up. That's another big grouper. Oh, another red. Looks like a keeper. This one's going to be close. That one was 23 as well, so they are pretty much twins. It might have actually been slightly bigger than the last one. So there's only a 2 grouper limit. So I'm going to stop here fishing for red grouper. I'm going to move to another spot. So this right here is a spot we're going to be fishing. It looks like there's some structure right there, and you got fish all around it. That's actually a good sized lane snapper. But you know what? Not keeping a lane snapper today unless it's absolutely huge. Ooh, that's a good one. He better be good because he's fighting like he's good. Up, it's triggerfish. Tell you, triggerfish, they can fool you because they can fight. A little vermilion. Just attacking it and picking my bait off before I could even close my bail. I think these were the culprit. Alright, I'm going to move spots again. I'm actually going to go trolling, looking for a new spot. Look for where it's soft, and that's where I put the knife. It's kind of the idea of running along the backbone, is you can just feel the hardness of the backbone. You're not going to go too deep, you're just sliding this along so you can then put your knife in later. And then it's just kind of like scraping it down right along the backbone. And then peeling it back with your other hand. As you can imagine, I want to get as much of this as I possibly can. So to skin it, I just turn my knife sideways. Cut out the pin bones. So taking off the cheek meat, it's easy to do it from that side. Now obviously this is pretty small, but on a big fish, like if there's like a 30-inch grouper or something, these would be nice little nuggets right here. We're going to start off this catch and cook with dicing up 3 shallots. We're going to saute them on the stovetop with a little bit of butter, and we're going to caramelize them. Doing that, we're also going to dice up 2 tomatoes and dice up some basil. I'll throw the diced tomatoes in with the shallots. Once the shallots are caramelized, take some fresh basil and some fresh minced garlic, and we're going to add it to our tomato and onion. I took half of the amount of the tomato salsa, and I just put it to the side because not everybody in my family is going to like what I'm going to do with the rest of this. And I'm adding some coconut milk to this and some green curry. Dried off the grouper with some paper towels, put a little bit of onion powder, garlic salt on top of it to soak up some more of the moisture, Have a frying pan with some olive oil in there, some heat on there. And what we're going to try to attempt to do is to bronze each side, and then we'll finish it off in the oven. So we went a little Asian tonight. We've got the coconut milk green curry sauce over the grouper. We have some udon noodles and some roasted parsnips. Let's see how this is. So first bite here with the coconut green curry. Now that is a really good change. You know, a lot of times people just fry fish, which is fine, but I find that you can pretty much fry any type of fish and it's pretty good. So I like to try things a little bit different, and where grouper is such a quality fish, I want to try a dish to kind of enhance the flavor a little bit, and I will definitely make this again. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, make sure you comment, and most importantly, subscribe. Happy fishing.